Let me invite Mr. Mike Muralidharan, who is our next speaker. He's an IT industry veteran, an educationist. He's an expert in education management, human resources management, and has led several educational forums. So he's also the CEO of Bhavan Cybertech Group, a $300 million global organization with 3,000 plus employees. He's also on the board of the Ethiraj College for Women and serves on the board of several other university committees. A very impressive CV as far as the field of both IT and education are concerned. He's also the chairman of Alert, and this would be of interest to you. It's a not-for-profit NGO that helps in golden hour response in situations of trauma. Mr. Mike Muralidharan will speak on the focus on technology and perhaps also a little bit on education, given that there has been a focus on education also in this budget. Over to you, Mr. Mike.
Absolutely, my pleasure, Sudhir, as always. I think Mr. Bhagwati and Mr. Ganpa have set the tone, and definitely all the IAS aspirants who are all assembled here, they would be looking at probably variants other than just the numbers, I suppose, in terms of how it's going to help the people at the end of the whole thing. But every year, once the budget is presented, all stakeholders are never fully satisfied. So I tend to feel it is far more apt to spell budget as BUTJET. One section expects a jet speed for the sector, and always there's another section which feels, but so what? So I think it's always the case, and it's always gray. It's never perfectly on one side of the scale. Especially for IT sector, I would say that in today's context, 2 years ago, it was like the chief technology officers who are driving digitalization across the globe. But CTO meant a different word since over the last 2 years. It's become COVID-triggered officers. The reaction has been due to COVID, and that has actually opened humongous opportunities. And what is very interesting in this year's budget, as I can see, is that there's a lot of policy directions which propose a massive push towards moving to digital economy. The effect of these measures are likely to be felt definitely over the next 3 to 5, 6 years on the IT industry. Some of the areas where the digital push is likely to provide a fillip to information technology areas is that it could be lifeline verticals such as agriculture, health, logistics, which definitely, like Ganpa was talking about, the infrastructure. Once the roads are there, all that is fine. But today, effective, efficient logistics is very important. And you're talking about education. Skilling human resources is also something extremely keen. And for sure, banking survived the 2 years and made the common man use digitalization very effectively. And but for the digitalization that banking had already absorbed, we would have been in great, phenomenal trouble. I think all these things are further into a growth phase based on the current budget, as I see. For example, unified logistics interface platform is something which they're opening up, which will open a lot of avenues for application development and seamless integration of the entire goods and passenger mobility sectors. More than anything else, when the efficiency improves, the cost will be controlled and the common man will benefit out of it, both by early movement, early deliveries, and lower costs. And the other thing in agriculture, it's going to be it's not just digitalization. The Kisan drones, which will be promoted for crop assessment, digitalization of land records, spraying of insect. There are so many things that can be done, and this will help in creating a number of opportunities, both from the hardware. The drones are very hardware intensive, but then I think it has to be very well managed. And I would not want to see dragonflies like drones hitting on each other. So a lot of work has to be done so that it's effectively used. Then the digital university that will be established to provide access to students across the country for world class, quality education. See, already, while again, without being negative, India thankfully has spread its Wi-Fi net right across the country, and that's already helping. While we still may have to do better, But with that infrastructure in place, personalized learning experience at the doorsteps is going to open up a lot of opportunities more than the companies. I feel it will reach good quality education, reach the doorsteps of even the remotest village. And open platform for the national digital health ecosystem is again another thing which is planned, which definitely will help what you call health providers with unique health identity of each individual. Then consent frameworks, because privacy is extremely important, and all such things. So creating digital registries for healthcare providers and patients can be one of the largest digital stories of the decade. In fact, across the globe, with 130, 140 crore people in the country, this will be another great important initiative. And of course, the other programs which already are quite advanced, like the digital banking units, implemented from 5G network, design and manufacture of PLI scheme, all these things with the 5G coming in, I think in the next 3-4 years, IT industry will be absolutely entwined with the core lifeline verticals in every aspect of the world. And I think that's going to be that's what we all look forward. And I'm sure that by the time all these aspirants go to take their positions as administrators, they will not have papers to use. They will always be only on keypads and WhatsApps and whatnot. So over to you, Sudhir.